Alright guys, welcome to BRIGSPUT,
which stands for
Being Rally Indie Game Showcase per Undefined Time. Our series where we showcase one awesome indie game that is definitely worth playing.
As usual, to start off, we're gonna talk a little bit about the game, tell you guys what the game is, what it's all about, how it works, and then we're gonna go into some gameplay so that you guys can see what the game actually is. Alright guys, so time for Vampire Survivors. It's actually happening. This one is a pretty special one because it was actually requested by me by two friends from work. So shout out to Felipinho and Sturm. This one's for you. But yeah, let's talk about Vampire Survivors. This is a very unique game in a way. The graphics look very quote-unquote bad. I don't think they necessarily look bad, but they are very simple and pixelated and old school, but they are very charming at the same time. And on the surface, this game looks very simple. So for example, the only controls that you have is movement. So you use your arrow keys to move around. You don't need to shoot because the game will automatically shoot for you. So it looks like a very simple game, but behind the curtains, it's actually kind of complex because the secret to do well in this game is to have the correct items in the correct time and correct order, and you really need to think about your build. And something funny is that nowadays Vampire Survivors became very famous and everyone knows it, and there are many games like it, but the thing is, when it launched, it was the only one. There was nothing similar to Vampire Survivors in the market. It really created a whole new genre, which is like bullet heaven instead of bullet hell, and it's a very cool game. It's very impressive what they did. It's a very cheap game. I think in Brazil is like 10 reais. Anyways, so how does the game work? The game has basically these characters that you can unlock by playing. You start with Antonio, and then each of them starts with a weapon, and you can get more weapons as you advance. And the fun thing is that you really need to work on getting some synergies between the weapons and the power-ups, because that's the only way you can win a level. If you become extremely strong, extremely overpowered. So the game wants you to be like that. The game really wants you to be overpowered, because if you aren't, there's simply no way you can win. I think you guys will see once we start. So let's go with Imelda, which I think is a pretty good character to start. It's easy, not really the best one, but she's a good one. She's a good start. And let's go for the first level, which is probably the level that you're gonna be playing if you never played this game. So yeah, basically all these bats will be coming your way. Very simple enemies, not much difficulty to them. In probably a minute, you guys will see, like, by the 5-minute mark, it becomes very chaotic. I mean, a lot of enemies start appearing. Okay, first power up, so we can choose between the Room Tracer, the Whip, the Fire Wand, and then upgrade our Magic Wand. So I like the Room Tracer. It basically shoots a random square that will pierce through all enemies. Let's see. See, that's the Room Tracer firing. But keep in mind that I'm not aiming. The game is aiming for me randomly, and you just have to hope that it reaches the enemy that you want him to reach. I don't like any of these ones, but let's get the Santa Water. So basically, it will now throw some water bottles. See, that's it, and it helps you. And once all of these power-ups or weapons are upgraded, they become really strong. And I will let you guys see, there's really no way to explain. And if you think that the gameplay looks bad, just give it a chance. I played it the first time I played it, the first 3 or 2 times I played, I didn't really like it. Let's get the clovers so that we can get better pickups. I didn't really like it, but then it kind of grows on you, and all of a sudden you are completely addicted to it. Because it's so simple, but it's complex in its own way, and it feels good to play once you get the hang of it. Okay, so this vampire is a boss vampire. Let's upgrade the Room Tracer. Basically, every time that you get one of these blue stones, you upgrade. you get experience, and then after you get certain level of experience, you go to the next level, and once you go to the next level, this screen that you are looking at shows up. Let's upgrade the magic wand. So for example, I could either upgrade the magic wand, which would shoot one more projectile, which is useful, or upgrade the Santa Water, which would throw one more Santa Water in the screen, or get a new weapon, the Vento Sacro. I don't want to get the Vento Sacro because you can only have 6 weapons at the same time, and I want to hold off to have other weapons that I think are better. Really want to get the lightning. I like the lightning a lot. It just shoots lightning at enemies at random. Still pretty easy. Just give it 1 more minute, maybe 2 more minutes. So now we have a choice, either the X or the Fire Wand. I think they are both great, but I think I prefer the Fire Wand. The X is good, but only once it's fully upgraded, and sometimes it takes too long for it to pay off. So the Fire Wand sends these fireballs into the enemy. Let's upgrade the Fire Wand once more. So we're starting to see more enemies now. Also, not only this pet thingies, some zombies as well. Let's upgrade the magic wand, 1 more projectile. Come on, fast forward. You really need to focus on getting the experience early on, because later it becomes a little bit harder if you're not strong enough. Or either the game becomes impossibly hard because you're too behind on experience, or the game becomes incredibly easy where you don't have to do anything anymore because your shots will just insta-kill all enemies. So either you're gonna win or you're gonna lose, basically. But okay, so we got a chest. First time we're getting a chest. So basically you open it, and you have this cool animation where you get some money, and it's gonna upgrade at random one of my weapons. So it chose to upgrade the wand. Let's see what it does. So now the cooldown between shots is reduced. Always good. Less cooldown means more damage. Let's upgrade the water. I'm not choosing the other upgrades for the same reason I didn't choose the other weapons, because I'm waiting for good weapons to appear, because if you choose all the first upgrades that come to you, then you won't leave space for the good ones. And that's probably the most important thing in this game, is knowing how to build what you build, and focus on that, because you really need to know how the build works. And that you only learn by playing. After you play, you start learning what you like, what you don't like, which items combo with each other. Okay, so now we have the pentagram, which is interesting. It basically destroys everything in the screen, but it destroys your experience stones as well, so I don't like it. Then this little bird that shoots everyone, I don't like it as well. Let's focus on the magic wand. The wand is already level 5, which is good. The wand is good on the early game, but then later it doesn't hold off all the enemies that it needs to. So it's good that in the beginning we're evolving it, but we need to evolve other items pretty soon. Okay, so do you see here that we have this evo? So basically, if I choose armor, which I wouldn't choose normally because I don't like the armor, then it will combo with the rune tracer. So once I upgraded rune tracer to the max level, you can get like the super mega special rune tracer. But for that, you need to have the armor. So that's why I'm gonna choose the armor, because the upgraded final level rune tracer is pretty good. And then you have to choose the armor for it. The armor is bad because you don't really want to focus on gaining life, you want to focus on dealing so much damage that you don't lose life. But anyways, it's always good to have some armor. It's not bad, it's just taking the place of something that I would like more. Upgrading the wand again. So if you see here, the wand in 3 levels it will be max level, but we also have to get the item that combos with the one for it to get to the ultimate level. Hopefully we'll get it. It's the book that makes cooldowns faster. But it just didn't come yet. It's usually the first item that I get because I think reduced cooldowns is awesome. Upgrade the wand. Really focusing on getting the wand to the next level. Okay, so this is a semi-boss. We have to kill this mantis guy, otherwise the circle will close on me, and he's dead already. Another chest. Every time that you kill a boss, you get a chest. Again, another wand upgrade. Wand level 7, and now it pierces through enemies, so it's pretty strong. You can kill a lot of enemies by using the wand. In the early game, it's very good. Later, not so much. The spinach. The spinach is what you need to evolve the fire wand, and also it deals 10% damage every time you level it up. So I think it's a pretty good one, regardless. So we already have the orb for the holy water. We have the armor for the room tracer and the spinach for the fire wand. We only need now the book that reduces cooldowns. It's the last item I want to have to close off my master build. Also, the lightning with the replicator would be nice. The replicator basically doubles every shot, so you get double damage basically. Oh, that's almost got me. Okay, a lot of enemies starting to show up. Good thing help us. Oh, this is a big mantis. Need to focus on killing him. Oh, it's gonna be tough. This may be where we die. If we don't get any strong power-ups. Focus, destroy this giant mantis before it destroys us. Okay, we got it. Armor upgrade bad. I don't like armor upgrades. The thing about armor is that I think if you do so much damage, the enemy will just not reach you. And so it's better to have that than letting the enemy reach you and reduce its damage, because it's not scalable. Let's just get the cross so that we have one more weapon. I think we need it. Okay, so this one was a purple chest. Gives you an arcana. This one is pretty good. I like the King Bible, so it's a book that orbits you, and once you have upgraded, there's just like infinite books orbiting around you. Where's the goddamn book? Spellbinder to match with the Bible. Only one item left, and it needs to be the book. Still no book. I should call this video the quest for the book, because that's all I'm talking about. But I really wanted the book. Oh, now you have a choice. Either we get the duplicator, which is awesome, or we wait even more for the book. Let's go for the duplicator. So now we shoot the double amount of items. What a shame, the book didn't come in the end. No problem, no problem. That's how it is. Maybe we'll have a special upgrade. No, just a replicator upgrade. Even more projectiles. The game is way more chaotic when you do that. So now the water, only one more level into the final level. and the fire wand is completely done. Okay, so now the next time we have a chest, the fire wand will become like massive fireballs. We just need to find a chest now. And that's what I mean, you know, I chose to get the armor to upgrade the Rune Tracer. And so the armor occupied the place for the book, and the book would upgrade the wand. So basically I chose to upgrade the Rune Tracer instead of the book, instead of the wand. Which, I'm not sure it's the best trade-off, but it is what it is. You have to deal with trade-offs and compromises in this game. It doesn't always do what you want. Where's the boss? Okay, here's the boss. So it's either gonna upgrade the fireballs or the holy water. What will it be? Okay, so now we have the massive fireballs. Check it out. Pretty good, a lot of damage. And so that's because we got the fire one together with the spinach, and then it unlocks the fireballs. And there's many combinations. And you may be thinking this is easy, and in a way yes. First because it's the first level, and second because I already knew what I wanted to get. But don't be fooled. This game is very hard, and it takes a lot of time for you to learn. And so you're gonna die a lot, and you're gonna think you're bad. But it's just a matter of getting the right items at the right time. Usually it's a lot harder. You have to dodge a lot more, but we got lucky when we got good items in the beginning. Ooh. I say that and I almost died because I wasn't paying attention. Alright, so now we have the holy water upgrade. Now it basically shoots more water with more damage, and I think they follow you, they move, yeah. So you see the animation for the water changed. And yeah, basically we reached a level where you don't even need to walk anymore, you just need to stand and kill enemies. You can do it pretty easily on the first level, it isn't as easy on the next ones. But then I will let you guys try out for yourselves so that you can experience it. Not so many spoilers. There's a lot of items, a lot of characters, a lot of weapons. That's not even mentioning the DLC, which is... And also this game is $5 or maybe $1, I don't know, depends on your country. It's so cheap, and it's so good for the price. It's probably the most cost-worthy game I've ever shown because it's so cheap, so cheap. Alright, so time to upgrade the Rune Tracer now. Let's see. Now we have this red Rune Tracer, and now it explodes every time that it hits something, so it's just gonna go bouncing already on the screen and see those laser and explosions. That's the upgraded Rune Tracer. And so I think the final upgrade we're gonna get is the Bible. So basically the Bible, these books that are turning around, it will become a red circle with more Bibles that never stopped. And once we do that, I think I'm just gonna fast forward, maybe do a time lapse and let you guys see how it gets in the end. Because we already won basically, we have all the items we need, we are too strong. You win by surviving 30 minutes, so we're halfway there, but the enemies won't be able to get strong enough to get me. I think. Maybe I'm wrong, but you know, maybe I'm too confident. I will not be so overconfident, but we're in a good position, that I can say. Okay, so now we upgrade the Bible. Yeah, so now it's a red Bible. Never ends. See, that's the red spinning thingy. Yeah. Alright guys, so now I'll just leave it until we reach maybe 25 minutes. I'm gonna still be recording so that we do like this time-lapse thing, but the game is already won. don't be fooled. This one maybe have seemed easy, but the next levels are way harder, and you won't be able to do this so quickly or so easily. So something interesting happened. For the first time, I was able to upgrade the cross by chance because I didn't know which item I needed. But apparently, I think if I get the clover, then I upgrade the cross. So now we have like this spinning sword instead of I can't even see it, but there's like a sword going around that you can get by getting both the cross and the clover. Living and learning, I just learned of a new combo that I didn't know was possible. Alright, so we are approaching the final seconds of the run. As you can see up there, there's only 30 seconds left, because once we reach 30, the game will end. You see that happening. So yeah, basically this one was Vampire Survivors. I got very lucky in this run, so we got very powerful in a way that I didn't even have to move. But yeah, in general, it's a pretty cool game. And it's very cool to be exploring and to learn new things and defeat new enemies. You can really only understand how it works by playing. Watching this video, it may not seem that fun, but I swear, if you try, it's worth it. Now, the death comes and kills you when we reach 30 seconds. But, I mean, and also, this game is so cheap, so cheap. I think in Brazil it's probably 10 reais, maybe 5 reais, I don't know. So it's definitely worth trying. You're gonna play for at least 5 hours if you give it a chance. And so, yeah, here's my recommendation. Have fun, and thank you for watching.